how to react to the challenges and triggers in life. There is basically two ways to function. One is through our conditioning, which is more a reaction, and we identify with that pattern, old patterns, which might have been transferred from generation to generation, whatever it is the old way of functioning, by reacting. So if we have grown in our own awareness of consciousness, which is the background of all experiences, each challenge, trigger, will hit something, may hit something that may react. So in that moment, if we have enough inner space, awareness, we just do nothing. Choose to not follow that this is not taking us out and react. This is all what we didn't like. For example, maybe our father was not reacting the way we wanted, like more in a neurotic male attitude, which is coming from more a sick place, which can seem rough, and we didn't know how to react to that. So either we closed and suppressed, or maybe reacted, but it's stuck in our system. So either we continue to follow that same pattern by reacting, because this will come in front of us again and again as a mirror. So any situation, the example I took, or any other pattern, conditioning, transmitted maybe through generation. So now, having grown in awareness, we have more space to just pause and look at this movement. We want to react. Now I have a choice. I don't follow that. And what I do? I do nothing. I just stay here and wait. Attitude, the aligned action will come spontaneously from a true place, not from conditioning, which is based on fear and desires, want and not wants. So this pull and push game is the attitude of the mind of the old. So through conditioning, we all have gained something from our parents and through the society. So now we can take time to pause, maybe breathe. Oh, this is coming. This movement of reaction to this trigger, challenge. We tending to go towards the object who creates the trigger, a person, a situation, and attention is stayed there on the object perceived by consciousness. And we blame that as a cause of the disturbance, the inner disturbance. But this is a vicious circle. If we keep this attitude, it's an attitude of the mind, of the ego mind, when we keep ourselves bound in this prison of reacting. But we react to what? To our own mirror. So when we understand that it makes no sense, I just perpetuate my own suffering by working through that old system, conditioning. So when I see that clear enough, maybe slowly, but at least this awareness is coming more and more. So through every situation, I take time to pause, to breathe, and see. Yes, that is not me. This conditioning, this reaction of the mind, this energy coming, I just let it be and stay here, breathe, and wait. And it will be clear when the movement is coming from a healthy space. By itself, it's a natural movement, not coming from fear or desires. So we can call this the voice of God, the voice of the Guru, the aligned action, Sushumna, the middle line, when it's working, the energy flow in the human is working more through this line rather than the left and right, mind, desires and fears, and so on. So it comes from that space. I feel it. I know. Nobody needs to teach me that. Maybe I need to hear from some people again and again. But ultimately, I realize it's coming from within. It's a clear voice which tells me, I know. That's what I have to do. What has to happen is just happening naturally, and it feels very much right. I don't know why. Maybe my mind will say this and this, the society, the world, the whole world may comment on it, but I know it's what is right. So it requires refined attention, awareness, to observe, to be present to ourselves, to our own mind, to our own reactions of this human. So we are this consciousness visiting this human being and human mind and just being present, nothing else. So in that presence, things happen and the right things will come if we learn to not follow the impulse, recreating the same drama again and again. Because often people say, I don't know how to come out of this. It seems like it's not possible. I try, but it's always. But if we try by reacting, working at this level of the mind, of course we keep samsara, the wheel, turning, and we are following this movement. Yes. So we need to take a vantage point, observing the center of the wheel from there where nothing happens, this silence, awareness, very quiet, very subtle. And then I look. And then from this very subtle, very simple and loving space, the strength to not follow the old, to not follow the strength of whatever energy at this level is trying to pull us. So only from this subtle awareness I can learn to not go there, to not follow. So we can use every situation, every trigger, challenge for that real purpose. That's the real purpose of every happening when we are on that way to open up, to awaken to our true nature. Every single moment is used for that purpose. And we feel more and more blessed because recognize the real purpose when the soul is open to take that pathless path, mean to stay here and let the great intelligence, the wisdom of life itself, do its work. So thank you very much for joining. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will find you very soon. Thank you.